It started as an ordinary evening for Clara. She had just moved into an old apartment downtown, a historic building with creaky wooden floors, peeling wallpaper, and an unsettling chill in the air. The rent was affordable, and it was close to work. After a week, strange occurrences began. She'd returned to find a window slightly open when she was certain she'd closed it. Lights flickered, even after she replaced the bulbs. But Clara brushed it off, blaming the building's age. One night, Clara was reading when she heard a faint, muffled whisper. She stopped, holding her breath, and strained to listen. It sounded like someone muttering on the other side of the wall. She pressed her ear against the cold plaster, but heard only a low, rhythmic thumping, like a heartbeat. Goosebumps rose on her arms, but she shrugged it off, thinking her mind was playing tricks. Then, the whispers grew louder, almost like they were chanting something she couldn't understand. A few nights later, it happened again, but louder. She pressed her ear to the wall and froze when she heard a voice saying her name, clear and deliberate. It sounded like her own voice, yet twisted. Terrified, Clara backed away. In a panic, she called her landlord, who checked and cut open a small square of plaster. Behind it was a crawl space, narrow and hidden. He looked shocked, claiming he had no idea it was there. That night, Clara packed her bags, planning to leave the next morning. At 3 a.m. Clara heard a scraping sound, like nails dragging against wood. She turned slowly, and in the dim light, she saw something push against the wall, creating an unnatural bulge. She watched, terrified, as the plaster cracked, and a pale, rotting hand pushed through, reaching toward her. Clara bolted for the door, but as she reached the hallway, she heard her own voice mocking her, echoing down the corridor. She turned, her heart pounding, and saw a shadowy figure pulling itself out of it. The next morning, the landlord found her apartment empty, her belongings scattered. No one ever heard from Clara again. Some say she's still there, her spirit trapped in the walls, forced to join the others, whispering to anyone who dares to listen.